November 23 Mike Zulu, cross Nakia at above 3000, cleared RNAV runway 18 approach.
Right, cross Nakia at above 3000, cleared RNAV 18 approach into Ocala. Hey guys, up with myself and Matt today, working on the GPS runway 18 approach into Ocala. I am serving only as the talking pilot. I'm working the radios. I'll be doing a little bit of teaching to Matt. Matt's a very accomplished instrument pilot in his own right, but we're always learning, right? So we're always looking for new ways to challenge ourselves. We picked a beautiful IFR day today to continue to learn our Avidyne suite of avionics as well and mastering that. Before we started filming, Matt had already kind of loaded the approach. We used the cool keyboard like you saw in my clearance video to make all of that happen. So that is all loaded. I'll just explain a little bit about how we are set up right now, and then Matt will kind of take it away. We're on our True Track autopilot right now, which is holding everything. We're taking us direct to Nakia, as you can see. I'll show you on the iPad over here. You kind of see we're heading straight up to Nakia. Autopilot will take us all the way down and around through Kufjo 2100, Luggy, and then on our way in. Matt, if you want to go ahead and get the approach briefed, I know we did it earlier, but it's always good to do it again if you want to get it briefed real quick.
Sure. We're doing the RNAV runway 18 into Ocala. Final approach course is a 184. I checked the notes before. There's nothing that applies to us there. We already have, we're talking to approach,
Yes.
tower is in standby, and ground is on the second comm.
Yes.
And like you said, 2,100 until Kufjo, and then down to 1,700 at Luggy, and down to runway 18. LPV decision is 280.
Sounds fantastic. And as we shared earlier, she said to cross Nakia at or above 3,000. And we're cleared for that approach. Once we cross Nakia, we'll come in. Now, it's interesting, too. I hope this everybody can see. We're kind of taking an aggressive angle into Nakia as well, as you can see there. This is using ForeFlight now. You can see that's going to be a little bit of a tough angle, so it'll be interesting to see how the True Track does it. And we, again, always thinking ahead of the airplane, should say this is, you know, a aggressive turn, a little bit more than 90 degrees. I'm not even crazy about making a 90-degree turn. That can be a lot. So we're a little bit more. We're going to make about a 110-degree turn here.
And you can see it already created a nice, gentle curve there. So.
Yes. And actually, I mean, it's showing Nakia out. Yes, you're right. It's not an overfly. So we actually have right there, and we're set up for that. So that's fantastic.
I'm going to get us slowed down here. We're going to get us all set up for the approach. Head in and do our
checklist
here and do our checklist. So we'll get us slowed down here just a bit.
Always thinking ahead of that airplane. You'll notice too, Matt is dumping in flaps now, and you're saying, here we are, you know, a mile out from Nakia. Look where Nakia is in the grand scheme of things of our approach. It's a ways out. You call us crazy. Some people dump in flaps right at the final approach fix, but we're working through it. Matt, I'll let you work through your checklist. I apologize for talking.
No worries.
Good, and again, nice thing. Trying to avoid as much head down time as possible, having the checklist right here. It's something we preloaded into the Avidyne.
Steering is done by the autopilot. Speed is a little bit slow, so we'll pick it up.
Okay. One thing I love that we have on our checklist here is the source, because look how many sources we have to pull this information from. So making sure we're pulling from the 550 and everything is set. Matt, I'm showing next leg is 096 heading in 6 seconds.
All right. Speed is good. Switches are all good. All of our lights that we need on are on, and we're already starting that turn.
Nice.
And seatbelt, you're good?
Seatbelt's good. Shoulder harness, seatbelt's great. Thank you.
All right, checklist is complete. Let's go to synthetic vision here. Have it up twice.
Love it. Backups on backups. Absolutely love it.
To be about 2250 here, keep us at about 90 knots.
The cool thing I love about what we have with Mike Zulu is everything talks to everything. The iPad over here is, I could pull that up as my map if I wanted to leave this as synthetic vision. Every little thing, if I change something on the iPad, I can pass it along to everything, and vice versa.
922 Tango November, contact direct center 127.8.
Everything's communicating.
127.8.
You can see we're coming into Kufjo, and again, cross that at 3,000, and we can begin our way on down. Beautiful IFR day. It's really windy though.
Yeah, below the clouds is a little bumpy.
Yeah. All right, Kufjo we can cross at 2,100 feet. And we'll keep on working our way down. looking fantastic here. All is good, everything is set, checklist set. And again, this is the thing in IFR flying, is thinking ahead of that airplane here. Begin descent in 9 seconds, it said. Here I am telling you what to descend for Kufjo.
It does it for you too.
It does it for you too, I love it. I love it. Begin descent now, it says. Let's head on down. 2,100 feet. Fantastic. And starting our nice descent on down, adjusting power as we go. Great. Yeah, technology can spoil us sometimes, but it is, in the single pilot IFR environment, what a valuable resource to really have. You're doing good here. Just to keep everybody up to date on kind of where we're at with everything here. So everybody can kind of see we're coming up. We're about to cross Kufjo. We're going to make another right-hand turn into our final approach fix, which is Luggy. So everybody can see there.
That should be coming up soon.
Yep. Turn, you can see our magenta line here, kind of showing that curve into Kufjo. You can look at the iPad here. We can zoom in a little bit over here too. You can see the same curve. Our Kufjo is not an overfly point, right? So we can work our way. It's a flyby. There we go, great. All right, next leg, showing it in 3 places here. 3 seconds, 2, 1, 186 heading. And it picked it up beautifully. Turn us to that 186. Thinking ahead, I've got tower in already. She's gonna pass me off to tower next. Kufjo is down to 1,700 feet. It'll tell us when, but 21 to 17 is not too bad. Fantastic here. Actually shows our top of descent right on here, which is fantastic. Great. You can see we're now turning inbound and coming on in, just for everybody to see.
And our glide slope is armed.
Glide slope armed, confirmed. All right. Everything else is set. And we're heading our way on down. 1,700. And we should get some good actual IFR time here. Not much, kind of a thin layer.
Sure, we're going to bounce around.
And it was bumpy on takeoff, wasn't it? Yes. Doing great. You can see the crab angle we have here. See our magenta line, see how we're actually heading out away from it based on the winds. Winds are only from 190. We're shooting the GPS 18, but you can still see that a little bit.
Number 23 Mike Zulu, contact Ocala Tower, 119.25 today.
1925 to tower, have a great day, see ya. 23 Mike Zulu. All right, got that, everything's set. Hello again, Ocala Tower, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu, 4 miles from Luggy.
Talk 23 Mike Zulu, Ocala Tower, roger, report over Luggy.
We'll report over Luggy, 23 Mike Zulu. All right, next reporting point, he wants us to report over Luggy. Oh, so that's great, just to show the viewers where that's at. And we're here, coming up to Luggy, is where we're aiming right on in. Luggy is also our final approach fix. And here come the bumps, and here come the clouds. Speeds are all good inside the green arc. Fine for all those bumps. Flaps are already set. Lights already on. Your before land checklist was complete a long time ago, which I appreciate. Again, always thinking ahead. We talked about this in the clearance video last week, right? Planning everything on the ground, thinking ahead, making it all happen. Planning everything you can ahead of time. A lot of this planning, you know, the same clearance video you saw, a lot of that planning went into the ground on the taxi. We were helping get the programming in, made everything so much easier here. Again, knowing your avionics suite makes everything so much easier as well.
34012 is ready to go on 18 IFR. Cardinal 34212, Ocala Tower, roger, stand by for release. 34012, standing by.
Looking good.
Just before Luggy, I'll throw 20 degrees in.
Sounds fantastic, yep. so we got a little ways to go.
312, runway 18, clear for takeoff. Turn right heading 270.
Just letting him out there.
We're
2 miles from Lucky.
Cleared for takeoff on 18 and right to 270.
Looking good. Again, some people would argue you put your flaps in so soon, you're flying so slow, but in IFR flying, I like slowing things down. I mean,
we can kind of just sit here and make sure everything's good.
Sure everything's
We're
good.
not rushing.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
I used to love doing instrument stuff in 512 Romeo, the Cessna 150, because everything happened so slow. Like it was hard to fall behind that airplane. I ended up doing my CFII in a Cirrus, and it's very easy to fall behind such a fast airplane. You get used to it, but it takes some time initially here. Take things slow, give yourself a chance to stay well ahead of that airplane here. Got glide slope in multiple locations here. It is alive. It's sneaking in ever so slightly here. 1.9 right now from Luggy. I'll give him a call once we're there. Great IFR day, in and out of the clouds.
True Track's doing great.
Fantastic. Hold 1700 perfectly. A little break in the clouds for a second. 1.5 from Luggy. Looking great. All right. 1.2, 1.1, mile to go. And we'll get ready to give him that call. Approach is brief. We know our missed approach. Just to brief it one more time, that climb to 2,000, direct to Tulsa and hold, and that's also loaded and
Cardinal 34012, contact Jacksonville approach.
34012, rolling over to
There's our 20 degrees of flaps in ahead of time, anticipating, because what do flaps do to us, right? Flaps cause us to rise up a little bit. You don't want to add flaps right when you grab that glide slope, because you're going to end up losing that glide slope you've worked so hard to obtain. So get it in ahead of time here. Managing our speed well with 20 degrees of flaps. We're at 90 right now. Perfect approach speed for a 172. 0.5 out from Luggy. Glide slope is almost there. 1700 is held perfectly. We're keeping our eyes moving on our scan, and everything is looking great. Getting ready for my radio call. And Ocala Tower, 23 Mike Zulu, Luggy inbound.
23 Mike Zulu, runway 18, clear to land, wind 170 at 12, gust 21.
18, clear to land, thank you, 23 Mike Zulu. I was gusting to 21, no big deal. No wonder we said we're getting bumped around. We're cleared to land 18. I'll let him know when we break out as well. I'll tell him on the ground just so he knows for his sake, but.
And we're coupled.
All right, we are coupled, confirmed down here on the True Track. And we're continuing on down. And just like that, almost out of the clouds here. It's funny they were hanging out right at that final approach fix. That's that Cardinal traffic 34012 that was just departing. He's out over this way, shouldn't be a factor. Back in the clouds just a little bit. Great IFR day. Always nice to get some actual time, but not crazy, crazy low. Just good practice in a GA airplane. Still don't have the airport in sight. Kind of the sun's reflecting off that layer there. Now I've got the runway environment in sight.
Tower, EasyJet 611 is number 1, holding short, 18.
See what he does with him.
Jet 611, Ocala Tower, hold short, runway 18 for release and landing traffic.
Hold short of 18, EasyJet 611.
He's going to hold for us in his IFR release. You know, it's interesting too. Yeah, we broke out early. We broke out at 1,200 feet, which is a great feeling. However, let's still follow that glide slope in. We're still leaving the autopilot. We're still bringing that on in, kind of following that whole process in, just to make it a little bit easier for us here. So many times people have the runway environment in sight. They want to turn that autopilot off. They want to start hand flying it on down, or just, even if you don't have an autopilot, they want to get away from the glide slope and come on in. Yeah, that glide slope is set up to bring in just right. So I recommend, even when you're visual like that, to follow the glide slope in. Matt and I'll fly down to South Florida, or I'll fly family down there for a weekend, and flying into Tamiami and all these busy airports. The VFR day, I'll hook up the localizer, the GPS approach, just so I know they got parallel runways to make sure I'm following the right runway on in too, just to make things a little bit easier. All right, you're looking great, Matt. All right, we are 900 for what would be 280. I like to get in the habit of getting these altitude call-outs as well. Early on with my students, their initial instrument training, it can be a lot of, it's a lot of workload, but I like to do every 100 feet, just so that way I know they're constantly maintaining their scan. So now it'd be coming up at 800 for 280. Where I'm at, the altitude I'm at, and where I'm going to 280, which really will round up and call 300.
All right, and now we can disconnect the autopilot.
Yeah, sounds great.
And fly it in.
All right, autopilot's off, and we are hand flying and 700 for 280. Still following the glide slopes, because even though we're hand flying, it's great. I see the jet holding short for us. I feel that 170 wind kind of blowing us around. Gusting to 21, that'll be fun. Might turn into a landing video by the end of this.
500.
500 for 280. Perfect. Just showing everybody on the chart so they can kind of see what you're seeing outside and what you'd be seeing on the chart as well. Fantastic. Two holding short for us now. Two big old jets holding short for a little 172. I love it.
Okay.
All right, cross over the road. Nice visual landing, please, my friend.
All right.
Bringing it on in. So 170, he said. I'm showing the wind's not coming this way, though, and it feels like it's coming more from this way.
Yep.
The AWAS here can be iffy sometimes, but the gust into 21 is for sure, based on how much we're getting bumped around here. Flaps are good, everything's set. Good job. Already got ground as our next frequency. Again, continually and always thinking ahead of that airplane.
Let the bumps begin.
Yeah, here. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, that's a full windsock. Nice landing. All right, we can get off Alpha 3.
23 Mike Zulu, FAO left turn Alpha 3, just stay with me, taxi to parking.
Alpha 3 parking with you. Thank you for your help, 23 Mike Zulu. All right, so what do you think of that?
Pitch at 611, turn left
GPS
heading 090, maintain 4,000, runway 18,
and using some modern technology to make it happen. Listen, this technology can be intimidating though. This is why we're doing our new seminar series, a 2-day immersive event called Aviation Mastery. I hope you can join us for Aviation Mastery. We're going to be diving into full ForeFlight training, Avidyne training, Garmin training, in-flight emergencies, radio communications, VFR, IFR environments as well. Aviationmastery.org is the URL to get your tickets and reserve those tickets now. It's February 9th and 10th, and it's in Orlando, Florida. I hope you can join us for this 2-day, really all-day immersive event to take your flying to the next level. Can't wait to read your comments on Facebook, on YouTube. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube as well. Enjoy the rest of your day, and most importantly, remember that a good pilot is always learning. Have a great day, guys. We'll see ya.
I hope you loved this video, and I hope you'll join myself and some of what I believe to be the smartest people in aviation, February 9th and 10th, for an event we're putting on called Aviation Mastery. Really going beyond, much beyond currency and proficiency, and pursuing that idea of mastery. Complete for-flight training, Avidyne training, Garmin training, VFR, IFR radio communications, instrument approach plates, in-flight emergencies. This 2-day immersive event, there's nothing like it on the market. February 9th and 10th, it's in Orlando, Florida. Visit aviationmastery.org to reserve your tickets because we are just about sold out. And I'll see you February 9th and 10th in Orlando.